Hello, it's Randy Duck and welcome back for another video. Today I have two replays to show you in the Tier 9 Swedish Premium Heavy Tank, the Spirit of War Strv K. Now this tank is basically the metal saber version with the cool skin of the Strv K, with a slightly bit of difference. It's pretty much the same tank, except you lose a bit of mobility with the Spirit of War over the standard Strv K, and what you gain instead is more turret armour. So your actual turret armour when you hold down in this tank using the ridge lines, which this tank excels at because it's got its 10 degrees of gun depression, is actually really good, and you can bounce quite a lot of shots. It's got a 390 alpha gun, you've got 252 penetration on your standard rounds, then you've got 310 penetration on your premium APCR rounds with 1500 shell velocity. So this tank is really nice to play when you are hold down. Now we're here on our first map on Halluf. It is a tier 10 matchmaking, but there's 4 enemy light tanks, which is always frustrating. I'm poking around, going to try and punish this enemy light tank, and annoyingly my tank gets absorbed in the tracks, and that's not good. I was trying to get this tank out of this position because it's going to be a nuisance for our team. I'm a little bit concerned I'm going to get shot by the tank destroyers on the left hand side on their hill, so I kind of need to pull back. Enemy vanguard kind of full sends round, and we managed to shut a nice shot there into the pest for 418. Getting a nice high roll on that tank is good, but now we need to pull back because there's an enemy heavy tank. I want to try and tuck left around this corner. Unfortunately we eat a shot. We want to make sure we return a shot. Not great, you know, we've lost a bit of hit points here, and we can no longer really push that corner. I'm kind of hoping the heavy tank pushes into me, because then I might be able to get a hold down and be able to deal some damage, but I've got to be careful I don't pull back too far back here to get shot in the rear by some other tanks potentially. But a lot of our tanks have kind of pushed round on the sort of left hand side of the mini map, and we're a little bit scattered at the moment. We've got some fairly good control, but a lot of the tanks are playing this right hand side, as you can see on the mini map on the right hand side. So I'm trying to do my best to see if we can get any shots, but I'm concerned about pushing around here just in case there's like the tanks on their hill will be looking for shots on the sort of left hand side of the map, but they are kind of distracted by our friendly tanks over there at the moment. So I'm trying to come around to help our sides out here, because it looks like they're under a bit of stress, and I'm not sure if we're winning that. So I'm going to try and come around. Like I say, this is my concern. You see I'm looking around over my shoulder on the left. I'm concerned when I use this ridge, which should be a good position because I'll be hold down and I'll be able to shoot these tanks. I'll be concerned I'm going to get shot in my rear. I'm just hoping they're going to be distracted enough by our friendly team over there to allow us to get some shots in. So we pick up a nice shot there, putting this onto 1000 damage. We are losing this, well, no, we're actually winning this game at the moment, sorry, but it is a close encounter. The enemy team seem to have, well, almost won this side of the map. I'm going to see if we can use this ridge and just come and get some shots into them. Been a bit of a slow start for us, this one, if I'm honest. We haven't got a lot of damage, we've lost a little hit points, but we should be able to get the finishing shot into that enemy heavy from earlier, which we do, and now we may be able to get a shot into this medium, who's a one shot to us, hoping to get a shot in, finish him off before he's able to kill us, which we do. And now we've got these tanks trapped in the middle, and we should be able to lean over and poke in the shots. Now I was looking to try and get a shot on the E100, but I noticed the light tank is a one shot, so I'm going to take an opportunity to finish off the one shot tank just to try and help us out. And again, it's still a very even game. But I'm looking for shots. Unfortunately, I got shot by a tank destroyer from the left. Looks like that Yarzy there, and that's going to stop me using this position and poking on these enemy team, which is frustrating because I am now on a one shot. Like I say, this is close. We haven't really done a lot of damage. We've got, you know, just over sort of, or close to sort of 2000 damage, but with 3 kills. But yeah, it's a tight game, and I don't want to throw it away. So I'm going to try and get out of this situation, because there's an E100 there, is fairly healthy. I'm a one shot to the E100. I don't want to be in this situation where you can just drive around the corner and just finish us off, you know, in one shot. I need to try and get to a position where I've got a chance of blocking it. So I decided to pull right back, because if the enemy team are going to cap us out, they're going to push out into the open, and then I'll be able to shoot them. So I didn't want it to sort of give myself a little bit of a distance. I'm actually going to go back round through the middle, and then this way I can go hold down with a plan of trying to spot them as they make their cross for the tank destroyer, because I'm kind of assuming they're going to just carry on pushing towards our base, and we might be able to catch him out in the open. At least that's my thought process for doing this right now, because now we're in a position where we can try and use our 10 degrees of gun depression and just, you know, stay hull down. Enemy medium tank, we does get spotted on the top. We're going to look to get a shot into him. We've got to be careful because he could potentially one-shot us there, but he gets shot and we get some nice assistance there, you know, putting him into an awkward situation. Enemy 57 heavies there, who is also a one-shot. So we're hoping we can be able to take this tank out if we can. Again, you see it's still very even. It's 5 versus 4. It's kind of rare these days that you get even games all the way through, but you know, they're quite good when it is. You know, we haven't really had the biggest of games. We've got 3 kills, we've got 2,000 damage, but there's still 4 tanks remaining. We do manage to squeeze a shot, get the kill shot into that 57, picking up our 4th kill of the game. And there's this E100. It's basically, well, pretty much full health. And we are going to pick up some assistance off of this tank here, because we are spotting him. So we've got sort of over 1,000 assistance now. Again, like I say, I am a one-shot to the E100, so I've got to be a little bit careful. I think the other tank destroyers are basically in their base now, and I'm pretty sure it's just this E100 in this location. I'm going to try and move around, see if we can get any shots. Our friendly medium tank is actually moving around and kind of getting shots into him, so which kind of suggests that he's probably going to be facing the other way like right now, because he's getting shot by our medium tank. So I'm thinking this might give me an opportunity to come back round on this ridge and see if we can overpeak and get some shots into him as we make our advance. We know where one of the tank destroyers are, because that's detected. I think that's the enemy T30, which just leaves that Yahtzee, and we kind of know where the last known location was of the Yahtzee, because it shot us when it was on this hill. So I've got to be a little bit careful, because obviously if he's still there, he could finish us off. But I want to just try and spot this E100, because I don't know where he's gone to. I mean, he's not going to have gone that far, because it's an E100, so he's not that quick. So we should be able to catch him out, and that's what I'm kind of hoping for here. Our friendly medium tank was around the other side. It's kind of pulled back round to be with us right now. So we don't really have much vision. I do pop my food just to try and boost my view range. But I don't spot this E100, so I'm thinking, has he gone round on my right, or is he just kind of carried on pushing round on the left? Like I said, I'm not getting detected by that Yahtzee, but I don't want to get caught out in the open, so I'm going to take the long route, because you know it's 4 versus 3. I'm on a one shot. If I die, you know, you could go on to lose the game. And I don't really need to take that risk, because we've got lots of time on the clock. We've got 7 minutes on the clock. So I'm just going to take a safer route round to their base, because there's lots of ridges and hills towards their base. If I can get round the back, I can get up on that ridge, and that will kind of allow me to try and then spot the enemy T30 and try and get some shots into that. And then we can deal with the E100 later if we kill their tank destroyers, because like I say, I'm not concerned about being capped out, because they don't have any, you know, the tanks really quick enough for doing that. The T30, the E100 is not going to be able to get over there. We'll be able to have plenty of time to get back for the reset. We do get detected. I'm suspecting that this is the Yahtzee properly. So I don't want to poke round on the left. I'm going to keep going around on the right on the low ground to try and stay sort of underneath his guns. That is enemy T30, which just gets spotted. So I'm guessing it might have to have been the Yahtzee which spotted us. Now they're either going to be round on this right hand side of the hill, or they're just going to have kept running. So we're going to try and gun around, and hopefully we can catch him out. I do have support of like my friendly medium tank with us. 4 kills, so you know we've got a potential chance of picking up a top gun here if we manage to you know, get some more kills in this game. And now we're going to try and go up this ridge, because medium tank's not got spotted yet, so we know the Yahtzee's not there, which is just suggests to me that the Yahtzee has falled back to potentially try and cover this T30. But we should be able to use this ridge line to actually stay hull down, which would give us an opportunity to potentially block some shots and then able to get the kill shots on this T30. But we are one shots, so we have got to be a little bit careful. Unfortunately, we don't fully aim that shot. We didn't want to give an opportunity to get the snapper shot into us. But he's kind of tracked here. We try and get one shot into him there, pull back down, and hopefully we should be able to get the kill shot onto this enemy T30. Got to say, got to be careful, because I suspect that Yahtzee's covering as well. But we do pick up the kill, putting us onto just over 3,000 damage with 5 kills. And now, like I say, it's E100, which I don't actually know where he is right now. I'm guessing he's in the middle of the map somewhere, probably where I was earlier in that low ground. because I can't think where else he would have got to. Like I say, it's not the quickest, of tanks. But the Yahtzee does get spotted, so we get a nice shot there, putting us on to 3,600 damage. We're hoping we might be able to get another shot into him. There, the E100 does get spotted. Now, this Yahtzee, I'm not going to get much more of an opportunity to kill him. It looks like it's going to get taken out. He does, but we squeeze one into the E100, damaging his ammo rack there, putting us on to 4,000 damage with 5 kills. And we're going to try and move in around to the right-hand side and see if we can get a different ridge to try and get some shots into him, trying to keep sort of more angles. I mean, it's 3 versus 1. I'm pretty confident we're going to win this now because our friendly teammate has got into, our friendly light tank has got into the cap circle. The E100's not going to be able to get over there in time with us here as well. So we've got 2 minutes and this game's going to be won anyway. But I want to try and finish this off with as much damage as we can. So we're going to try and come around and see if we can get a different angle to shoot E100. Hoping he's not going to be expecting us a poke there. Maybe we can get a shot in through the track wheel, try and keep him in place. But he's not getting spotted, so he's probably gone right in low into the dip. And I'm just going to try and move in with our friendly medium tank. He looks like he's going to go around on the left, so I'm going to try and go around on the right so we can just keep 2 different angles so he can't look at both of us, and then try and get some damage. So our medium tank, like I say, is going in. I'm pretty confident the E100 is right down in this low ground because nowhere else he can possibly be. He's going to be focused on our medium, so we're going to have nice rear shots into him. Medium's shooting the flamethrower at him there. And we're just going to try and get a nice shot into the rear of the tank. Make sure we wait to aim that shot. His ammo rack's damaged as well. And we should be able to pick up another shot of damage into this tank, putting us onto about 5,000 damage. But then we derp our shot because we didn't want to get snapshotted there. And we just hopefully we should get another opportunity. We do. We don't roll high enough to pick him up. And then he gets flamethrowered to death by our friendly medium tank. Bringing us in to replay number 1. With one more replay to come. So let's see how we got on before we move on to the final replay of the video. We get 5 kills, 5,000 damage, 1,500 assistance and 930 block damage with the ace tanker. So that's it for replay number 1, and I'll see you in a bit for the final replay. Okay, so here we are for the final replay on Westfield. We are platooned up with our pal Swindle 321 in his M46 pattern. It is a tier 10 matchmaking. There's 1 enemy light tank and there is 1 enemy artillery piece on each team. So, being in a heavy tank with good gun depression, ideally I probably want to be playing the heavy sort of flank, if you can call it, on the right hand side and the top of the map. Because obviously I don't have much camo and I've got lots of gun depression, so playing that ridge will be really good. But sometimes your team don't push over to that side all the time. So initially I'm going to go and play this sort of ridge at the start, because then that way if our team don't push over, I'm in a position to get shots at the enemy team and push up the hill. If our team do start to push over and I think we can win the fight, I can then make my way across, and try and go the most direct route to try and avoid taking damage in return, because there'd be less distance for me to travel from coming from this position. But initially I'm just going to be a little bit patient, because like I say, I'm hold down here so I can get shots into the enemy team if I over peak on this hill, and I mean, I'd say we're in a pretty decent position to get shots in there. Obviously I'm not safe from the artillery, but there's not a lot of places I'm going to be safe from the artillery on Westfields. But it looks like our team are actually going to push across, and I'm thinking, you know what, I think we've got enough numbers here to actually take that fight, and then we should be able to win that. Obviously I'm going to try and get up to this ridge line where I can then go hold down and just poke in and just only expose my turret armour to get the shots in. So that's where I want to be. I want to try and play the left of this ridge because it looks like our team are going to move around the right hand side, so I'm going to try and create as many lines of fire as we can. There is a lot of enemy team playing this side as well, so we're going to get ourselves into a fight, and we're going to need to try and make sure we're penning some shots to try and get rid of some of the enemy team hit points. Obviously I'm a little bit concerned the artillery's going to shoot me here, but it's got lots of targets to shoot at, to be honest with you, so I'm just hoping he's not going to pick me today. So we're going to try and get some shots in onto this ridge, so we can go hold down, we can poke up on the right hand side and get shots in. We've got this medium here on the left, which is a bit of a problem because that means every time I poke up on the right to get shots like this, the medium tank could put shots into our turret when our turret is turned and obviously showing a weaker part of our side turret armour, because obviously it's only going to be strong frontally. So that's the medium I kind of want to take out, but I'm having to try to expose myself a little bit to get shots in. I try and snap that shot in. Like I say, I don't want to poke, it's got good turret armour, but you don't want to give someone an opportunity to pen you. So I'm trying to only expose myself for as little as possible. And this object medium tank on my left, he's the one I really want to get rid of if possible. But I'm trying to hopefully get the finish here. I'll get one shot in. Unfortunately, I'd probably get a high roll, but just still don't roll high enough to finish him off. I get shot actually by this enemy Cobra. We're going to put another shot in. He splashed another shot into us, but I think he's got 2 shots remaining, unless he's already fired some. We're going to shoot. Well, we went for the Avery, but we shot the E4 instead. Picking up 2,000 damage, and like I say, because the enemy artillery is not focusing us, we're in a really good position. I'm just going straight through that Cobra's turret, putting them onto a one shot there, and now I should be able to focus and get shots onto the right hand side tanks, because that object's no longer there. I've got good shots onto the right from this hill. But then enemy leopard comes, and then I've got the same situation. I want to get rid of the leopard from this position, or at least shoot him to try and force him off of that position, because that means I won't get shot on the side of the turret, and I can just poke shots on the right hand side. Trying to see if we can get a finishing shot on the Avery there, but like I said, the leopard's here. He's leaning to get a shot. Unfortunately, I don't quite have the right enough gun depression there to get the shot in just from the angle I was in, and we bounce off of his cupola. On 3,000 damage, it's still we're starting to take the lead on this game now. We're starting to kind of collapse on these teammates, and I just wanted to try and get as many shots in as we can. Get a nice shot there into Leopard again. He's kind of pulled off. I do get shot there through the sort of side of the tank as I exposed too much of my tank there, but I'm just trying to get as many damaging shots into the tanks as I can. Get another one into that Leopard, putting him onto a 2-shot to us. He gets shot, and we pick up some nice track assistance. Should have the finishing kill, putting us under 4,000 damage, and now we're going to try and shoot this hard case. He's got lots of spaced armour, but I can pen the rear of his turret with ease where you can see there's no space armour. That tank's going to die. I'm not going to waste my time trying to get a shot in. I'm just going to go straight ahead because I know where the rest of the enemy team are, and that is across the other side of the map. We're on to a decent game, 4,500 damage, 1 kill, 1,000 track assistance. You've got your artillery piece to the right, which I might be able to get shots in. But then you've got all these tanks here we can try and get some shots in here. Unfortunately, I don't pen the side of that E75's turret there as it was turned. Maybe just turned at the right moment. I'm not going to cross all the way across because I think I'm going to lose opportunity to get the damage. I'm just going to stop and wait and get shots when they get spotted, because if they keep poking high like this, then we've got lots of opportunities to shoot them. So we're going to go a nice one there through the lower plate at the E75, putting on to the 5,000 damage. We'll hold down. This game, to be honest with you, is won now, isn't it? It's just about how much damage can we get. It'd be nice to try and get over the 6,000 mark. So if I get another pen in, I should be able to do that. Got the slimmest of shots, and we do pull that off, putting us under 6,000 damage and bring this an end to the replay and the video. So let's just get to the scoreboard, and then we will say our goodbyes. 1 kill, 6,000 damage, 1,800 assistance, get the high caliber and the ace tank up, and that is it for the video. So thank you so much for your support, and as always, happy tanking.
Enemy in sight. Hadouken!